Welcome, my name is Rich, and this is a laid-back Let's Play of not Kingdoms of Amalur, I almost said it. This is Star Wars, The Old Republic. In this Let's Play, I will take my time going through, no rushing, no tight plays either. I'm not and will never claim to be super good at the game. I will be making plays that are suboptimal, but that's okay. We're not here to be that kind of content, that kind of channel, that kind of player. What I will be doing is talking about the story and the themes and the background of Star Wars and the such as I know of it, and the expanded universe stuff, and I'll just take my time and take the game as it comes. I'll probably make jokes here and there at the expense of the game, or just bad jokes, terrible jokes. Hey, welcome, Tidbits. I'll also point out grammatical errors as they occur, because that's just the kind of person that I am. We've got some quests to pick up here, and a hand in over there, and we've got a quest over here, two quests over here, so plenty to do.
Oh man, a Jedi in the flesh? Perfect. This is perfect.
I could be astrally projecting.
My name's House, right? And I'm a journalist. The only journalist down here who isn't afraid to dig up the truth. I'm onto something major with these Justicars. I'm gonna blow the lid on all their tyranny and oppression and show all of Coruscant what they really are.
Remarkable how we've come across the one reporter down here who is willing to do what's the word? Not exploratory journalism, investigative journalism. Would we have to have gone through 5 or 6 just tabloid journalists before we found him?
Sounds like a worthy undertaking.
I'm glad you think so too, my friend. I'm working on a major scoop. A clear-cut case of wrongful arrest, illegal imprisonment, and unjust execution. Proof I need is just out of reach, though. I need a fearless hero to get that evidence. I need you.
I was half expecting him to say, "Can you dig it?" at the end.
Just tell me what needs to be done, Paus.
I knew you were the one. You're a fighter, baby, fighting the good fight. Raquel Lysanis, son of a wealthy family, arrested and executed without trial or explanation. He's the key to everything. The catalyst, the dirty little secret. Nobody's talking about Raquel's death. Not the Justicars, not his family, nobody. So I need the facts, straight from the source, the Justicar Tower. And that's where you come in.
This seems awfully fishy. What did Raquel do? Here's the good one, I guess. Yep. We were lucky enough to find the one good reporter.
Odd. Why do you think the boys' parents won't speak on the matter?
Well, I'm sure the Justicars got to them. Told them they were dead meat if they talked to anybody. Interrogation droids. They're the key. Justicars use them all the time, and they record everything they see. Find the droid that recorded Raquel, smash it, and yank the memory core. You can check the core on the Justicar computers to make sure you've got the right one.
The files are in the computer.
That seems simple enough to me.
All right then. As soon as you've got the recording I need, bring it back here and we'll show Coruscant the truth about these Justicars. Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
It's incredibly lucky that industries on Coruscant and in general in the Star Wars universe build things to be compatible with one another, because if they didn't, if the interrogation droid memory banks weren't compatible, like almost apparently universally compatible with any other computer, smashing them and taking one wouldn't help. You'd make it so that you need that technology, like that droid or a droid like it, or technology from the same company that made the droid, in order to get information off of its core. So can a Jedi Force mind trick a droid or a PC? I don't think that Force mind tricks work on droids, because they're not living, and therefore they don't have a living mind that the Force can interact with. Like the Force can pick up a droid, for example, but it can't interact with the thinking part of a droid in the same way that it can interact with the thinking part of a living creature. What about Data from TNG? I have no idea, because it doesn't really come up in... There's no equivalent to Data in Star Wars, as far as I know. Like, maybe there's niche instances of it, but it would depend on the writer, I think. If it were... There's probably fanfic about it, like fanfic about droids that are super, super intelligent and can mimic human life in Star Wars. There's probably fanfic that crosses over Star Trek and Star Wars and has to meet and has Data encounter a Force user of some kind. And whether Data can be influenced by Jedi mind tricks and other like Force powers is probably entirely up to the writer and whether they feel like it or not.
Master Jedi? Don't see too many of you on Coruscant anymore. Certainly not in Justicar territory. Agent Reed Gandon, Strategic Information Service. Notice anything odd down here? Like how quickly the Justicars took control? Weapons and armor don't just materialize out of thin air. The Justicars have a supplier, and it isn't the Republic. You follow?
You sound like you have your suspicions.
Justicars was supposedly formed by Republic citizens. Fear and martial law is not how the Republic operates. Whoever's got the weapons runs the show. The SIS needs to know where those supplies are coming from. The Justicars control their own shipping dock, and I'm sure they keep records. I just need someone who can handle an ambush to get them.
Now that the game has laid out the pieces for me, I can connect them up to see, yes, the Justicars... Since the Justicars formed and kicked out all of the Republic's law-keeping forces, it probably is the result of efforts of the Empire.
Storming the docks might make the Justicars suspicious.
If there were another way, I'd be topside and long gone by now. Get those records to me as soon as you find them. You don't want to get waylaid by the Justicars.
I think you'll find that it's the Justicars that don't want to get waylaid by me. Or if any do waylay me, they will swiftly come to regret it. I think that these characters can be translated into English. I think that they're I think they are actually like in English, but the characters are just not Roman, like characters. So if you found they're basically just a simple cipher. So if you found I think that's the right term. If you found like an alphabet of Star Wars, you'd be able to compare like what this character is supposed to be with, like what this character is with, like maybe that's an A or an F or something, and then you'd be able to translate all of these characters into Roman ones, romantic ones, and you'd get, I think, phrases in English.
You're back. Thank goodness. Did you get all the devices in place?
The devices are all in place.
What a relief. I really can't thank you enough for your help. Alright, let's see if these things work. They're booting up now. Synchronizing, and... It's working! The frequencies are all clearing, one by one. This is fantastic.
Will you be able to conduct your surveillance?
What? Oh, yes, definitely. The air couldn't be clearer. Here. I could never reward you enough for what you've done. I'll notify headquarters that the jammers are down. Thanks again for your help. This mission would have been a complete failure without you.
Jamming the jammers. Double jam. Clotted jam. Or perhaps that's just jelly. Or jello, for those Americans watching. I feel like it's almost worth subscribing just as I can learn to mount something and ride around instead of running. Okay, so these are what I need. I could probably switch Kaizen from healer, couldn't I? I'm not really needing... How do I do that? I believe you get a mount from the Galactic Season if you're a sub. A mount for free. Oh, nice. Companion. Oh no, that's just showing me his stats, isn't it? Do I talk to him and tell him? No. Oh, there we go. Roll selection. Let's put him on damage. We should be fine. I can heal myself up. And I'm not getting very damaged during fights anyway, for the most part. And I heal up afterwards anyway. So, Tidbits, you're in America, right? I think that was what we said last time. Yes, you are. Jolly good. So, you are familiar with American malls, then? For I am not. I don't think I've ever visited one. having only visited America once 7 years ago. And I don't think my visit included going to a mall. So, are you familiar with any that include any kind of like garden center, place that you can buy plants shop? Or are they all just like consumer goods, as far as you're aware, in your experience? Ooh, hello. I believe they have some niche stores, but it is usually consumer goods. Okay. Because I'm trying to work out... I'm trying to prepare the setting for a tabletop RP game that takes place in a mall, and I would like the player characters to be able to find a shop or a store of some kind that sells plants, so that they can use those plants and try and start farming crops, or, well, have the community that they're a part of start farming crops. But it seems like that may be not possible. Cleaning up the docks is a bonus. Defeat 10 more Jester cars. Okay, let's do that. Need for that archaeology. Okay. Still haven't decided on any crew skills. Need 2 more. You can be my sacrifices. That hand-in is there, but I have a bunch of other missions over here, so I think I'm actually going to go and do them before trying to hand anything in. Something else that I kind of need to know, are malls still kind of popular? Like, I get the feeling that maybe well, Dead Rising is a Japanese take on American malls, so you could just have it your own spin. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I've got the feeling that maybe stores like Walmart and Target and online stores like Amazon are kind of destroying the market for American malls, because why go out to a mall if you can buy it from somewhere online instead? And I'm just wondering whether like the heyday of malls is over. And I mean, it would also be interesting to have maybe a third of the mall's storefronts be closed down, so that it presents kind of an abandoned, derelict style of environment, as opposed to an in-use, living style of environment. For added alternate flavor, but people usually still go to malls. But you are correct. Oh, so malls are kind of dying. Good to know. Oh, we do actually need to be in here. Okay. This looks like exactly the same kind of pipe with exactly the same kind of attachment to the floor as the ones that I needed to walk along to get that datacron last time. I discovered that I mentioned that because I discovered that kind of like how cinemas are dying due to streaming platforms. Fair enough. I'm not overly upset about cinemas closing. I mean, they could tell that, or they should have been able to tell that the market was changing, and if they couldn't keep up and find something new to offer, and instead insisted on just trying to power through and overpower streaming platforms, that's on them. That's their fault for not keeping up with the changing market. How many malls have cinemas in them, in your experience? Are cinemas typically separate? Like, would you have a cineplex full of like 20 screens that is a separate place from a mall, or like, do they occasionally cross over? Like, do you have like, I don't know, 5 screens in a mall sometimes? Oh, I was going to say something. I was going to share something. So, we saw last time on the stream that I was struggling to climb along the pipes, and this will do, but it's not quite the same. I discovered that the section where the pipes meet the wall has not this shape, but more like the shape that we saw outside, like much smaller with little tech nodules off of it. I discovered that you can actually stand on those if you're hugging the wall, and so it makes the gaps between the pipes that you have to jump much smaller, and it makes it much easier to get up, because there's actually 3 pipes you need to jump onto, and then you need to go around and come back. You can't just go across. Every single mall I've been to has a cinema like inside the mall or next to the mall itself. Okay, cool. I want the Gree device.
You know precisely why I'm here.
You've got to be joking. What do you
Are
mean?
the people on this level in some kind of danger? This is Coruscant. Why wouldn't the Senate help with repairs?
Don't look at me. So, it's good to hear that your experience is that every single mall has had a cinema or a cinema adjacent, like next to it. So it's not like maybe 1 in 5 malls have a cinema or 1 in 20. But like almost everyone that you've experienced personally. Maybe this is a thing that's endemic to Florida. I don't know how, or like the South. You said that you'd traveled to a bunch of places in the South, I think. But even if it's something that's only endemic to the South, that's still a lot of malls that I could point to and say, well, hey, you know, they've got it there.
Fear unbalances you and makes a bad situation worse.
I'm not your buddy.
I'll tell the GRE representatives about your situation.
Surprised there's so little on this level. I mean, I assume that there are other parts on like a lateral level like accessible through other turbo lifts. But it's kind of weird that this is the only, like, there aren't even any other doors here. It's just a lift and a furnace, which I would not describe as a way out, except in the most extreme case. Oh, hello. I don't know where that rock came from. Don't worry about it. Why was there a rock in the wall? I said don't worry about it. Yeah, so these greebly tech bits on the pipes that we would need to claim on. So, are you playing on the Europe English server? I assume so. If there are different servers for different regions, I probably will have chosen the EU server. Yeah, so when we were climbing on pipes to get to the Datacron, this kind of formation was attached to the pipes, but like vertically rather than horizontally, and these represented bits that you or your character could actually perch on, and so the jump, rather than being this kind of distance, was actually this kind of distance, and that made it much easier and less frustrating once I realized that it was possible to climb and get to the Datacron. Ah, now we're in obtain security belt territory. Jolly good. Ah, got the security belt from the first guy that we did in. That makes it easier, but the jump in this game is still janky. Yeah, I know. The jump in this game is super janky and I really don't like it. Okay. Sometimes it just doesn't respond. It's like, I think it was messing up if I tried to move forward and jump too close together, like within a second. So like if I'm already moving and then jump, that's fine, and I can jump on my own just fine. But like if I, maybe it's only if there's objects. Anyway, enough of that. We need to be over here. Oh, managed to miss both of them. That's annoying. Wait, so how do we get over there? Do we have to come around this way? Yes, you too, it's super weird. I'm not quite sure what that's in response to, but I agree. Because of the lag, because you're slightly behind. I couldn't quite tell. Oh, the jumping. Right, okay. I thought we were still talking about the jumping, but I wasn't sure. It's like the jumping only fucks up when you get to a jumping puzzle and the jumping actually matters. Oh. That is not playing animations very well, is it? Ah, yes, this was the correct way. This is the way. Oh, hello. No, thank you. I would rather not. Huh. There's not much in here, is there? At least there is a door, even if it is closed. As my dear dad would say, you're not holding your mouth right. He grew up in the South. Fair enough. I think you probably count as growing up in the South as well. Given what I recall of what you've told me. Oh yes, good. I'm glad we had that fix. I was like, that cable should be cuttable. Especially with a lightsaber. But we just hit the transformer or whatever this is, the power junction box or whatever. I guess I'm Southern boy, but he was from the 60s. I had internet at least. Fair enough.
Your sister sent me. You're free.
Rennie? Oh, but she's a little girl. How could she... Why? Oh, now they're gonna kill me. Quick, can you put that back? Get it working again or something?
You want to be the Justicar's captive?
I can't escape. As long as the Justicars have me in their records as a curfew breaker, they'll just hunt me down again. And if they get me for going AWOL, they'll use torture. Unless... Look, if you really want to help, go into their computers and delete my file. I'll hide somewhere. When things die down, I'll find Rennie again.
Why doesn't our character delete all the files that the Justicars have on criminals? Wouldn't that also be a good idea? They're not representatives of duly elected law enforcers. They're not overseen by the Senate or anything. Any crime that they catch people in the act of and stop and imprison people for is suspect, because it hasn't been subjected to official review. It's entirely... This seems like an inefficient strut system. If you're using struts, why don't you put another one on the other end? This just looks like it could hinge here and fucking crush people's feet. Also, there's no way up onto the top bunk. There isn't like any ladder or anything. You'd probably just have to put your foot here and then here and awkwardly climb up on quite a... It's not that steep of an edge, but it's made of metal, so it can't be... It's got to be slippery, right? Terrible design. Terrible beds. Terrible bunk beds. Just use the Force to get to the top. Yep. All the normal, mundane people who are not Jedi should use the Force to solve their problems. Maybe they should get tucked in by... put to bed and tucked in by a Jedi caretaker. Right, so we've got this over here. Oops. How's it going, chaps? Wow, that's quite big. And quite pretty. Wonder how safe these walkways are, whether they've got like railings on them. No, that's the one we want. Buttons, how do they work? Oh, it's quite big, this. Defeat prison defenders. Retrieve droid memory core. Okay. Do we also... I'm surprised we're not being asked to question the kid's parents. Aha. Memory core. Was that the droid? Apparently. Okay. I was expecting it to look like the sort of round floaty droid that you saw in A New Hope that goes and tortures Leia. There we go. Ah, we need to come over here. Use the security terminal. Okay. Kaizen asked earlier. I noticed he was making weird grunty noises, so I checked, but it didn't occur to me to mention it. But when we entered, he said something about why do Justicars cage prey, not kill? Apparently, the concept of imprisoning people so that they can either be made to work or be rehabilitated doesn't exist with the Trandoshans. I was always scared at that point in The New Hope when I was little. The movie did its job. The movie and the two following are very, very good pieces of art.
Recording Raquel Lysanis, Adjudication Session 1. Captain Dragon presiding. Master Lysanis, you're accused of criminal activity under Supreme Law 8814, aiding and abetting an enemy of the Protectorate. How do you plead?
How do you think I plead? Not guilty. I don't even know what you're talking about. This is a violation of my rights. Look, my father gives you people a lot of credits. He's not going to be very happy about this.
That is entirely irrelevant. Your plea is now on record. This session is concluded.
You have no intention of even giving me a fair trial, do you? This is oppression, and I promise you, my father...
My father will hear of this.
Recording Raquel Lysanis, Adjudication Session 2. Captain Dragon presiding. Master Lysanis, as you know, your alleged girlfriend, Mistress Daria Felton, failed to corroborate your alibi. Mistress Felton's testimony reports of 6 eyewitnesses, and the blasters found in your residence are sufficient proof of your membership in the Black Sun Crime Syndicate. Do you have any closing statements?
You know what? I do. You idiots got me this time. But you should know, I've been running operations under your nose for years. I've been working for the Black Sun since I was a kid. You people are pathetic.
Very well, your closing statements have been recorded. This session is concluded.
You're going to lose this war in the end. The Black Sun will rise.
Ah, so he actually... It was a fair cop. Huh. Edit the data to make the Justicars look guilty. Nah. idiot rich kid in a gang. I mean, I don't think that he deserved execution, but he was trying to turn this area into a repeat of the Black Sun territory, which is not better. And again, I don't want you to worry about upsetting me with regards to my writing. I'm trying my best to get better, so I welcome the corrections when needed. Cool. I mean, I haven't noticed any that weren't... I don't think there have been any errors, any particular errors today. Is there anything else to do? I'm surprised that there's so much of this area that we are not required to go and investigate. Maybe there are... Oh no, this area is not cut off to anyone else, like with a zone or an instance or anything, is it? It's like, why create this big area if you're not going to use any of it? The story could have taken place in this area and here. It didn't need the rest of these. I'm just mostly just saying that as food for thought. Okay, cool. No, thank you. Go away. Yeah, this area isn't cut off either, is it? Restricted. That's super weird. Okay, where now? Down here. And yeah, the spaces in MMOs can feel too open IMO. I feel like if you create a space, you should use it, even if all you're using it for is to make the world feel like it's a living world. Like, I complained during gameplay of, okay, light side is victorious. Good. I'm glad that we got that sorted. Got that settled. I complained during Kingdoms of Amalur that there didn't seem to be enough functional rooms in any of the castles or homes or taverns or anything, any interior space that we explored or encountered. Like, there didn't ever seem to feel like a kitchen or like a proper bedroom, I think. Well, no, hold on. There were bedrooms. Proper dining rooms. Or, toilets. Oops. One of the things that I really like about World of Warcraft, for example, is that the taverns all have cooking areas, or most of them do. Particularly the older stuff. It all really feels like a living world. I actually quite like big open worlds that feel like they are, you know, inhabited by people and used. One thing that I don't particularly like about World of Warcraft is that there doesn't ever seem to be enough farmland, and nobody seems to be using the farmland that does exist. Like, and where does all the fabric come from? Like, you pick fabric up from
You've got guts, Jedi. Walking into my base, stealing 2 of my Noeticons.
I'm not even just going to acknowledge the fact that he's talking bollocks about who owns them.
There
Where's
are
the
3
third?
Noeticons, Vadig. I know you have the last one.
You've messed everything up. They said I could rule the Justicar territory if I got them the Noeticons. Just one left, and it's theirs.
Who are you talking about?
Doesn't matter. This is my only chance. I already lost 2 Noeticons. I'm a dead man anyway. Here, take it. This whole thing was a mistake from the start.
Oh, good. We solved that without violence. That's really cool. I'm just not familiar with WoW, so it is neat to hear the world building aspects. Yeah, it kind of falls away with the later expansions, and the locations in the later expansions don't really have like. I mean, WoW has strengths and weaknesses, basically, and one thing that I think is super weird and I always wonder about is, like, you pick up fabric for cloth crafting from humanoids. So, like, it starts out with linen and then silk and then... no, it's wool, then silk, isn't it? And then other fantastical cloths. Like ember cloth and frost weave and stuff like that. But nowhere do you see the farming location or the tools for production of cloth. Like, you just get it from people. Well, no game is perfect, and I can accept that and enjoy it at the same time. Well, fair enough. It's just like they went part of the way to making the world feel complete, but not all of the way, and it feels odd that they'd ignore certain bits. Particularly, like, where does the fabric come from?
Oh, thank goodness, a visitor. It gets so lonely in here sometimes. I would offer you a drink, but I ran out millennia ago, by my record. But we could play a game instead.
This is a different experience to the previous 2 Noeticons.
You don't look like a Jedi Master. What's going on?
Well, I'm not a Jedi Master, which would explain your first statement. And as for the second, it's hard to say. I'm guessing you activated what looked like some sort of ancient device. A holocron, maybe? And something went wrong. You zigged where you should have zagged, and you ended up here.
It depends if it is lazy and slapped together. That is different. You are in the Matrix. Apparently some kind of force matrix, yeah.
How do I get out of here?
Well, I suppose I could let you go. But you'd have to play a game with me first. A game of questions. Answer right, you're free. Answer wrong, and your strength becomes a permanent part of this place.
That's hardly fair.
Those terms don't sound very fair, but I'll do my best.
Excellent. Such an accommodating guest. Okay, the first question. How do you catch an answer?
Through hard work, meditation, and study.
No, I'm sorry. That's not right.
Oof.
Don't worry too much, though. There are still 2 more questions. Next question. What does the wise person know?
The wise person does not know, but seeks knowledge always.
Ah! You got it right this time. How boring. Last question. Soon this place will be overrun with enemies. What will you do?
She seems like an I will defend myself sort of a person, but I don't know.
I will fight to the bitter end.
Wrong answer. You are overwhelmed and trampled underfoot. You perish.
Ah, fighty time. I can do that. Did Lars Bad Egg trick us? You little snot. That wasn't a Noeticon.
Like I promised, sir. The Jedi won't be a problem anymore. Now your master won't mind about those other Noeticons, right?
He might not. Only it seems your plan was a failure.
Boo.
What the? But look! She's weaker. It did work.
I would have preferred if our little trap had killed you. Not that it mattered. The Noeticons are nothing on their own anyway. They wouldn't have stopped me or my master.
Who's your master, Sith?
My master is the downfall of the Jedi Order.
That's
Medic,
not
what
specific.
are you waiting for? Earn my master's forgiveness. Kill this wretch.
No, thank you. Oops. It's a trap! Yeah, I did the joke. Pat's back. I should put some of these things in my inventory. In my shared inventory. Or sell them. Or both. I wonder what the correct answers were. I got one of them.
Be careful where you walk, Jedi. The path of the dark side intersects with that of the light at many crossroads. This is the Noeticon of secrets. We are the masters who have seen the darkness and turned back to the light.
Nice.
The other 2 Noeticons told me you might know something about a Jedi plague.
If the Noeticon of science and the Noeticon of light had no answers, what makes you think we can help? We are neither doctors nor healers.
Patience, Bastila. What she means, Jedi, is that for you to consult us, this illness must be remarkable indeed.
Yes, I'm sorry. Tell us what you know about this illness, and we will see what we can find.
There's this one
Yuan
phrase.
keeps repeating the words, "The darkness is coming."
Of course. Start from the beginning and describe everything you've seen. You were right to consult us. It was only those things eliminated by the other Noeticons that put us on track. It's an illness the Jedi have seen before. One created by an ancient Sith named Tarek Morhage. He used it to turn Jedi to the dark side by the hundreds and leech their strength from them.
In this way, he waged war on the Jedi.
Yuan's the only one who's fallen ill.
According to the records, Morahage's plague spread gradually as well. A Jedi healer whose sacrifice, unlike his name, has not been forgotten, developed a shielding technique to release Morahage's hold on his victims.
One by one, the healer cut Morage off from his army, the source of his strength.
Each time he used the technique, however, it cost him some of his own strength.
By the time the battle was won, the healer was weakened beyond the point of recovery. He sacrificed his life to save the Jedi Order.
Well, as long as Yuan is the only person, or like there's only a handful of people experiencing the plague, do I remember what species the two-horned alien is? It's Devonian, I think. They were created. I mean, the first place that they appear is in the first film, in the first cantina that we actually see.
Is it possible for someone to learn this technique?
The ritual is recorded in an ancient terminal in the Jedi Temple. Learning it will require the combined knowledge of all the Noeticons. If you are thinking of learning the technique, Jedi, I would caution you. Powers such as these weigh heavily on those who wield them.
But it seems your master doesn't have time for caution.
Deveronian. Not Devonian. Devonian is
Your master to survive,
an
you must
epoch.
go to the Jedi Temple and learn the ritual as soon as possible.
Of course, learning it requires all three Noeticons. That's not a surprise. Yeah, the Deveronians. The first one to appear was in A New Hope. He was just supposed to look like a... I think he was probably just supposed to look like a devil. He was in Mos Eisley Cantina. So, you know, Mos Eisley Spaceport. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. So he was obviously supposed to represent some amount of scum and villainy. And they made him look like a devil.
I will go there as soon as possible.
Then we will do our best to help you learn the technique. Take all three Noeticons to the terminal in the temple and activate them. We will teach you what you must know.
But,
others may learn the technique as well. But for now, time is of the essence.
But in the expanded universe, the Deveronians are not actually supposed to be just straight up evil. There's more to them than that. I think they've got some amount of heat resistance, but they're not just outright evil devils in the EU.
I need to talk to you. I have bad news. Yuan's illness has begun to affect her body. She's losing strength, fading fast. Are you any closer to finding the last Noeticon?
Yes. In fact, I'm there. I have the last Noeticon. However, there is another step.
I've found it, and the Masters have told me how to find a cure. It's in the ruins of the Jedi Temple.
A cure? At last! Just be warned. The ruins of the temple are crawling with danger. And getting there means passing through the works. They're not safe either.
I know, I've been there already.
But hurry! I don't know how long Yuan will last.
I expect that she will last exactly long enough for us to learn the cure and get back. I can probably fast travel out, actually. I don't know how a shuttle reached me all the way in there, but apparently it did, and I'm not going to complain. Nearest shop over here.
Report your ailments. fit for duty. Return to your post. Stand by for examination and suggested progress.
Not quite sure what these are, but okay.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Maybe I should just nip in here and stick my stuff in the bank as well. I have a collection of yellow fortitude crystals. Hopefully this takes me to where I was, but it may spit me out. I return to Coruscant. I'm already on Coruscant. Oh, it did. It put me back where I was. Jolly good. My only stronghold is on Coruscant, so it telling me it's taking me back to Coruscant is a bit weird. Let's go this way then. Glad I checked.
Your brother is free. He says he will find you as soon as it's safe.
Really? The Jesticars were saying he'd been killed. But he's alive? Really? Thank you, thank you. You're my second best friend in the whole world.
I mean, he may have gotten killed when he was trying to escape, but actually thinking about it, maybe the reason they say he was killed is because he no longer exists in their system, and usually that means the person is dead.
I've been hearing some serious comm chatter, pal. Sounds like you made a mess in the Justicar Tower.
Indeed.
Find any recordings of Raquel. Don't keep me in suspense.
You aren't going to like this.
Raquel's story didn't unfold quite the way you thought it did.
Well, that doesn't sound too good. Let me see what you've got there. Oh, no! Raquel, you snake! No wonder your parents won't talk about you, you little thug. Great. My whole story shot to pieces. That little jerk was my best lead. Now I've got nothing to go on.
Look at the story from a different perspective. It's still got a story there.
Even if this lead didn't work out, you're still right about the Justicars.
I won't let this keep me down. I'll find the proof. Just gotta stick it out a little longer down here, that's all. Anyways, thanks for all your help. Keep fighting the good fight. I'll see you around.
Shipping records from the Justicar docks. This should be everything you need.
Couldn't have done it better myself. These records prove the Justicars are getting supplies from off-world. I'll transmit these to headquarters, let them chew on it a while. You've got my thanks.
Good-o. Now we just need to Does this take me to the works? I think it does. I think that's just telling me that I need to go to the Jedi Temple. Did I miss that there was a Gree console in there to repair when I went in there last time? Got most of the map, if not all of it, cleared, so that's good. Yep. I like having fully explored maps. Oh, okay, right. So this is the Gree console. I thought maybe this was the door that took us down to the Ugnaught place, but apparently not. So that's good. I hate it when I accidentally miss bits that I'm supposed to interact with in a location and then leave.
Internal transmitters reveal you convey the optimization solution to me. I also scan a crude Ugnaught porcine biped proposal of collaboration. Curious.
You should like collaboration.
I think you'll find that datapad worth reading.
The Ugnaught porcine bipeds submit esteem for my efforts and honor my faculties. This is unforeseen pleasantness. With this optimization solution repossessed, Coruscant's waste processors revive. Filth, disease, poison levels recede. Plague outbreaks averted. All resolves to purple parallel. The black bisector comes, pleasing as it is needed. I am NIK, Science Unit. Please talk up if your comprehension white shifts. I will use simple, happy language words to help you understand.
Simple, happy language words? Hi, welcome, Jarek. Are these clothes you're wearing just default quest items or cartel store skins? They're just the default appearances. I don't have any cartel coins and I don't plan on buying any. So I don't have any cosmetic items stored away that I can transform my gear to look like.
I do appreciate anything you can do.
Indubitably, Coruscant power comes from the works. Darkness comes from the works. Coruscant senators, traitors are blind. The power darkness must stop.
You're talking about blackouts.
Yes? Perhaps we understand. The works is very low on Coruscant. There, Gree-spawning generators breed electrons for machine consumption, but enemy droid machines intersect the power conduits and yellow shift their functionality. Enemy droid machines must stop, and conduits must be fixed.
Why are the enemy droid machines disrupting the power conduits?
All droids in the works were damaged when the Empire attacked. Now they are corrupt. I monitor the power conduits, and know where to implement purple shifting. As Black Bisector, you can take out many, many droid machines with information planted inside you, and our Toolsphere repair mother in your many fingers. You can perform the fixing function. Is it efficacious?
Okay, but they look nice. Yeah, a lot of the gear, basic gear you get in this game just looks cool. Nice. I was feeling that, I mean, I like the top, but I feel like the bottom doesn't match. Like it's mismatched. Or the gloves, they don't go with the top part, which is quite sort of ornate.
Sounds efficacious to me.
Excellent. Red tangents envelop us. You will do well, Black Bisector.
Yeah, like the... Let's try and get some better light on it. The top is quite like... It's got some nice fancy details around in like the back and the shoulders. And I would like to get more pieces of the set. But the legs and the gloves and probably the boots, but you can't really see them, don't really match the top, unfortunately. What's it called? Hapani Scouts Utility Vest. That doesn't really help me very much. Aftermarket Force Lord's Lower Robe. Mark II. Okay. But now we have another quest to do in the works. So let's go do it. You can change the appearance of your gear without sacrificing the stats. Cool, but I would need to... I think, wouldn't I need to have a piece of gear from the same set to change the legs to look like the gear from this set? Would I not need to have a sample of it? No? Oh, okay. I mean, that's the way that it works. That's the way that transmog works in World of Warcraft. You need to have at least found a piece of gear with the same appearance to unlock it, and then you can go to a transmog vendor and pay to have your gear change appearance. Oh no. So... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I want them on. Appearance. Just press on the number 1 at the top of the character screen. You can switch the numbers on the top of your gear menu and add some more. You sure I don't need to have like a piece of gear sampled to like drag in an overlay like this? Because I can't do anything. You drop the piece of gear you want it to look like in appearance. I thought so. I thought I needed the piece of gear that I wanted it to look like accessible, like available to sample, basically. So I would need other pieces of the Hapani Scouts gear set, assuming that that's a gear set. Apparently these guys really hate these bits of tech gubbins. Suspect them to be droids in disguise. Actually, having said that, you know what would be really interesting is a piece of fanfic that crosses over Star Wars and Transformers. Oh, you misunderstood me. Oh, okay. No worries. Because, like, the Transformers are basically super advanced robots who can transform. So having protagonist, basically droids, come into Star Wars, which is a setting that is pretty unpleasant to its droids, really. They aren't counted as being significant enough to have rights, really. So having Transformers, particularly Autobots, fight for artificial droid life rights might be really interesting. Need them in your inventory, but can sell these after equipping them, but don't forget to save the set. Ah, okay. What? Oh, okay. I thought something was interrupting me. by attacking me, but it turns out no. It has done its thing. Cool. We need to get to a bunch of different ones, don't we? Oh, this is a repeatable quest. I mean, we're going back to the...
They're going to get it. Please. You've got to stop them.
Has he still not received any medical attention since the last time we saw him?
What happened to you?
We were on a mission. On our way to the Jedi Temple. We were ambushed. Imperial scum. You can't let them get it.
Get what? What is it they wanted so badly?
Astrogation charts. Top secret. General said the charts are critical. The Imperials know about them. They can't get those charts.
He's still on the ground. Yep. He's still struggling. It's obviously a bad wound, and nobody here has got any ability to offer him medical assistance. Need some help, huh?
Be at peace. I'll take care of everything.
The old Jedi Temple. Top level. In a sealed case in the council chambers. That's where the charts are.
I'll return soon.
No time. The charts. Must take them to General Wendon. Senate Tower. Do it. For the Republic.
Why doesn't someone prop him up against, like, something he can lean on? Like, here, he could lean back on this instead of flopping over. Am I subscribed, or am I currently on the free-to-play? I'm free-to-play, although I did subscribe months ago, so I'm preferred rather than just baseline free-to-play. And I'm not sure whether to... resubscribe, because I don't know how many of the features I actually want. I mean, I would like to be able to mount something and use it to travel around on. That would make life easier, but oh, right, okay. I don't know that I care that much. No, that's self-heal. Can I not heal them? Yes, I can. There we go. Just chuck a floaty droid at it and it'll sort it out. Oh bollocks, there's one over here. Oops. mobilized. The little snot. So I think when you subbed ones in the past, you should get all the DLCs, including the newest from 2019, for free. I think that I must have done then, because I have been subscribed in the past. Yeah, that was the other major thing, like, if I didn't maintain access to the expansions without being subscribed, then I would need to subscribe so that I could play the rest of the game. Kind of annoying that they're standing far enough apart that I can't hit them all at once with Force Quake, but oh well. Right, I want to come back down here and go left. So I remember being able to get a mount at level 10 when I was preferred. Well, I am preferred and I can't learn the mount ability. Oh yeah, I've got this to spend, haven't I? What was the last thing that I... So I don't know if I've got something like an upgrade. It may be a legacy upgrade. I haven't really looked into legacy upgrades much. So, what of these do I want to take? These three. Increases all healing received by 5%. That sounds nice. Commit. Sorry, but I need to leave you guys because I must care about my younger brother. So see you later or next time. Oh, okay, no worries. I must care about my younger brother. Do you not currently care about him? You need to stop watching so that you can divert the mental attention to caring about him. I know that you mean care for or do something about, you know, like the care of your brother, but the word that you chose implies that you don't currently care about him and that you need more brain attention to focus on it than you currently are allowed because you're watching this. Anyway, thanks for watching anyway. And please don't take my kind of rubbish joke the wrong way. Hope you... sorry, basic English problems. No worries. I hope you have a nice evening, and thanks for stopping by. And I hope that your brother is still there. How is the telekinetic tree so far? I like it. Yeah. I don't know how it compares with the other ones. I mean, I don't really play healer, so this isn't. I'm not gonna try playing seer, but I might give balance a try. The video that I found online that explained the specs said that telekinetics is supposed to be kind of more bursty in damage, and balance is more like applying dots. So it's damage over time and sustained damage. And I kind of feel like having... I kind of felt like playing a bursty sort of spec, but I might give balance dots a try. Have I killed enough? Not quite enough of these rogue droids. Yeah, bursty skills are fun. Yeah. And that's... oh, that's all of them. Cool. We do have defeat rogue, industrial and support droids. That's a bonus. I think I do want to do that because it gets me more XP, doesn't it? It's just the one of them. Why did I bother with the AoE? Droid. Industrial and support droids are the ones I'm after, so that's one. Let's go and do him in. No, don't care about you. Do care about you though. Halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, a lemon and a pear. Did I just run around instead of going through? Fucking... weird architecture. That's my fault for not looking at the map. Oh, I should sell stuff.
Report your ailments. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Aren't these Colto tanks for healing people? And this is a medical droid. Why doesn't that ensign down here get medical treatment? He doesn't need to be there. He could be up here. I think this place can get confusing at times. Yeah. That's my excuse. Yeah. No, that's an Imperial droid. Don't care about those. No, that's a Thon. Oh, I didn't even need to come over here. Ah, here we are. Somehow managed to completely miss this. Have I left the area that the industrial and support droids spawn in? That'd be annoying. Ah, bugger it. I'm just gonna... go and get on with the other mission, and I'll come back and do the bonus objectives later. One thing that I've noticed about this game is that enemy, like objective enemies that you have to take on for quests tend to be fairly limited in spawn location. Like there was one enemy that we found
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
a few sessions ago that only had 3 locations that they spawned in quite a small, tight area, and you needed to kill like 6 or so of them, maybe more than 6. So like you were forced to stand around waiting for them to respawn. This is a quest.
Thanks, stranger. Didn't think anyone else was fool enough to wander this pile of rubble. Stupid move, trusting some prig senator. Jedi Temple's abandoned, he says. No one to fight, only trouble's getting there. What do we find? Battle droids, Imperial commandos, Sith. We're lucky all they did was take our haul and lock us in here to die.
Many Jedi died here. Selling their belongings is disrespectful.
None of them tried to stop me. This stuff should go to someone who can use it. Senator Starsnow's after a journal that belonged to his dead kid. Some bigwig Jedi fell during the sacking. Journal's all that's left of him. I feel for the Senator and his credits, but those commandos have the journal now. They aren't gonna spare us twice.
I can't let Imperials keep the journal of a fallen Jedi.
A dead Jedi might be your kin, but he's not mine. Senator Starsnow's waiting near the Senate Tower. If you can get that journal back, he'll be expecting you. Thanks for the rescue. Come on, boys, this job's a bust.
Weird that I didn't find that last time. Maybe I didn't notice. Let's do this first, because it's right here, and we don't actually need to go very far. No, thank you. Brain freeze. Nice. Wow, ouch. Wasn't paying attention to my health there. That almost went badly. What's this? Turbulence. I've got too many buttons. No, that hit quite a wide range.
I don't care why you did this, but I'm glad it's done. I owe you one. So take these credits. The Republic honors its debts.
That works with Weaken Mind, which is this one. Okay. Maybe I should switch these. Ability bloat begins. Yeah, I'm not fond of ability bloat. I really don't like it. Because I'm not good at working out which abilities I should keep and use, because I'm quite bad at remembering what abilities do. Oh, nice. Star Snow's journal. That was convenient. So, we need to come over here. Cool. Let's clear the place of Imperial scum first, shall we? Explodey barrel. Oh, there was an Imperial gunner hiding inside the wall. Cunning camouflage. Am I allowed inside the wall? No. He had some kind of super secret Imperial phasing device. It doesn't have hundreds of abilities, it just feels like it is more action based. I think that is a great thing about Guild Wars 2. It doesn't have hundreds of abilities. Okay. Yeah, I prefer streamlined games. DCUO had a lot of abilities, but you could choose which ones you wanted, and it was fairly obvious what they did, like whether they were AoE or single target, and like what debuffs they applied and what debuffs they cared about, and so you could choose what kind of a build you wanted to put together fairly easily. This, all the text is in teeny weeny eye strainer vision up there in the corner, or if I open this, it's a bit bigger. But like, none of these symbols mean anything to me. They're not themed on, like, I mean, that's fairly obviously a saber strike, okay, and that's sprint, yes, fair enough, but I would think this was an AoE attack, but no, it's a buff. Speaking of buffs, I should apply mine. Haha, gotcha. And like, Force Potency, that's a combat buff that gives you stacks of something, but this implies like some kind of column attack that hits an area of effect, like it looks like a big epic attack. these symbols aren't helpful. There's no theme between all of them that has like, this symbol means AoE, this symbol means target, this symbol means buff, this symbol means, you know. Yeah, I agree. It was easy to tell what you do in DCUO or even Champions Online. Yeah, Champions required a bit more reading, but it was easier to read. I don't remember if the icons for the powers had thematic iconography. It's been too long since I played it. I haven't really played it since I played the last episode, which was a few months ago. Hey, they're all here.
The database where the ritual that can shield your master from the plague is kept.
A stellar work. 1 part computer, 1 part holocron. Truly ingenious.
It is most impressive.
Masters, you know why we've gathered.
The Jedi Order is imperiled by an ancient plague, one that warps the minds of even the wisest of masters and turns them to the dark side.
This young Jedi has stepped forward in search of a way to help her ailing master and save the Jedi Order, but she cannot do it without our help.
Millennia ago, a powerful ritual was developed to shield the Jedi from the power of this ancient plague.
The ritual cut off the Plague Master from his victims, but it exacted a great price from the healer who wielded it. It is once again necessary for someone to use the ritual.
The ritual is a difficult one to learn, Jedi, and will take many hours of deep meditation and study.
Are you ready to learn it?
I mean, hopefully we don't get attacked, but Tyson can probably protect us fairly well. At least the pictures were thematic looking for the firepower class I was playing, for the beginning abilities at least. Yeah, at least they were like, you could tell what set a power was from. It was always like color coded, and it kind of gave you a picture of what the power would do, so you could kind of guess. But yeah, the icon theming in this game is not good.
I am ready, Master.
Then open your mind, and we will teach you.
I wonder whether we'll be too late.
Mastered everything we have to show you, Jedi.
Such a bright, inquisitive mind. It has been an honor to teach you.
But remember, the shielding ritual will draw on your strength, and you can only regain what you've spent when the Plague Master's bond with his victims is broken.
Man, meditation looks super easy in this game. Yeah, I mean, Jedi are supposed to be trained since youngling age, since they're brought into the temple in meditation techniques, so it's something that's basically second nature to the Jedi, especially by this point. Call bullshit, meditation is hard. I mean, you haven't been taught in an environment that encourages meditation since you were 4 years old, have you? And not just encourages, but like, by this point the Jedi have mastered the art of not just meditation, but teaching how to meditate.
How do I break the bond between Plague Master and victim?
Death was what broke the hold of the original Plague Master, Tarek Morhage. But there may be another way.
You now have the knowledge you need to save your master. Use it wisely and well, and may the Force be with you.
Hopefully they take those.
Reckless, foolish Jedi. So eager to find a cure for your master. You led us right to the prize. My master and I are most grateful.
Who is your master? What does he want?
If my master wanted you to know his name, he'd give it to you himself. Ah!
Oh.
No more terminal, no more ritual, no miracle healing this time.
For the last time, tell me who your master is.
My master is the Jedi Order's demise. Their
He's a
lies,
concept.
their pretense, their false serenity will be undone. As you would have been if you'd used the technique. How many could you have shielded before it killed you? 1? 2? Even if it was 100, ultimately you would collapse.
I guess I'll just have to find your master then.
And do what? Kill him? That's not the Jedi way now, is it? The Jedi way is weak and cowardly. Even now you talk rather than attack.
He's so boring. Ooh, purple. It's nice of them to wait for us, isn't it? Especially this twit. Yep. Definitely the superior ideology that you're behind, yeah. Twerp.
Finally, there you are. I've been kept apprised of your situation. The Council is very concerned about Yuan's health. We've been trying to contact you for hours. Did you find anything in the Jedi Temple?
There is something, but it may be difficult, even dangerous.
I see. You've suffered many trials already. I hesitate to ask more of you. But please, save Yuan if you can. Hurry back. Yuan may not have long to live.
Good wins, yeah. Yeah. Eat force technique, Sith idiot. It doesn't really work so well. Like, eat lightsaber would be almost as... Well, it'd be better, but, like... Still not quite as good, is it? Like, if I were evil and I said, eat lightning, that would be quite cool. But, like... Let's just fast travel back. But yeah, like, I don't even really use lightsabers. I can't really shout, eat lightsaber. It's just, eat, force, push. Like, real hard force push. Oh, we need to go this way. Eat diplomacy! Yeah. It's like... Nice is not weak. Just because you wear eyeshadow and red face paint and are angsty doesn't mean that your ideology is better than ours. You edgelord idiot.
Oh, you're here. Quickly. We're barely detecting a pulse on Yuan.
I don't know why I care so much.
That you learned in the temple? It's now.
I mean, how long did I spend with Yuan as my master? Like, a few days at most? I don't know how long is supposed to have happened. All the stuff that we've done so far is supposed to have happened, you know, in, like, what kind of timeline it is. But it's... If we go from how long the game took, it's a few hours.
The Masters taught me well.
Yuan's life is in your hands now.
Let's do the thing, I suppose. Weird camera angles.
No, I was making you a Jedi. What happened? I feel so much better. But why do you look so weak? What did you do?
Deflect.
I shielded you from the person who was making you ill, but it took some of my strength.
Thank you, and I'm sorry. The last thing I remember clearly is your ceremony on Typhon. Oh, my student, I am sorry I wasn't a better master.
Sith equals edgy space goth wizard. Yeah, basically. I mean, completely unimpressed with the Sith. It doesn't help that the Jedi are all like, no emotion. Emotion is bad. But, like, the Sith approach is not better.
I wouldn't be the Jedi I am if it weren't for you.
That honors me more than you know. Yes, I see now the foolishness of hiding it. Now I am more myself. I could feel someone else in my mind, polluting my thoughts, twisting them.
You won't be fully cured until he is defeated.
I really wish I could give you more details, but my memory of that time is hazy at best.
Pardon me. The Council wishes to speak with you when you're ready.
Do you know what they want?
They only said it was important.
I'll be all right for now. Go to the Council. We can speak later.
Stand by for examination and suggested products. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
So we do have this hand in here, but doing that would cut off this bonus. And I want to get that bonus before handing it in. So I'm going to complete this bonus and also this one, which has a hand in outside here, I think. No, here. They're identical shapes and fountains with sculptures here. And that one is to defeat 40 Black Sun dudes, and I've only done 7 of them, and I forgot to do that between streams. So that's still going to happen. I'm just not going to subject you to me wandering around the... I think it was the docks, just hitting every Black Sun gangster that I see until I get to 40, which is an arbitrary number anyway. Oh. It's not symmetrical. There's a big window, big round window up there, indicating that that's the direction out, I think. Haven't I got a mission to hand in to the father of the Jedi? Insult to injury. Speak to Senator Starsnow. I wonder where that is. Oh, there we go. Here. Let's do that first then, I suppose. Mental momentum. Mind Crush makes its target vulnerable for 45 seconds and has 25% chance to tick twice. This is Mind Crush. Vulnerable targets take 5% more damage from force attacks. Oops. In addition, when you activate Turbulence, there is a 25% chance the ability will produce a second blast that strikes the same target for 25% damage. Nice. The next thing is in 4 levels time. Okay.
Your son's journal, Senator. There were Imperials in the temple and your mercs were overwhelmed.
Imperials? In the Jedi Temple? No wonder the mercenaries never returned. The Empire couldn't be after family heirlooms. I must inform the Senate of this. Thank you, Master Jedi. It must have been difficult to enter those ruins, but you've eased a father's pain.
Oh, I need to pick one. Okay. Let's go with this then. It'd be nice if the game told me how much the gear was worth, so that even if it wasn't gear that I could use or would be useful to me, I could determine which one would be the most valuable to sell. Unless all of the rewards are like equal in value. World of Warcraft does it where some of the rewards are different, like each of the rewards are usually different values, so like if you don't need to use any of them, you just pick the one that's worth most and sell it. I want to see Jeremy Irons over the top performance from D&D, but as a Sith. Be funny. Yeah, that would be a good Sith Lord, wouldn't it? Not a terribly screamy one.
You're here. Thank you for contacting us so quickly. We're sorry to have to pull you away from Yuan.
We wouldn't have called you here if it wasn't urgent. First, tell us what you've learned about Yuan's illness.
It's a plague created by a Sith named Taris Morage. Here's what we know.
Interesting. And worrying. We've started to receive disturbing communications from other masters. We fear Yuan's illness is not an isolated case.
Does my character know enough to be able to pass on the technique, to teach it? She knows it, she can use it. But if she can spread it to other people, then she can spread the burden of protecting against this dark side plague until the person propagating the plague, the source of it, can be removed.
Are you sure it's the same illness?
We admit the connections seem tenuous, but the masters each repeat the same phrase. The darkness is coming.
We know little more than you, but we must find the Sith behind it. Unfortunately, we have no leads. We can only hope that tracking down and shielding the victims will help lead us to this Sith.
I don't know, maybe not. Not quite sure. Yeah, I'm thinking that we are going to be the ones responsible for shielding every one of the masters, and I suppose that makes us seem more impressive when we finally, like, we reduce our power from maximum and then finally fight off the Sith at reduced strength. But that seems like the stupid option. She would have to be an incredibly quick study. Yeah. And, yeah. I mean, just because you know a technique doesn't mean that you can teach it. But, like, hopefully if she used it a couple of times, she'd know it well enough to be able to teach it to someone else. And then you'd have another person that can learn that knows the technique and then can learn to teach it to someone else. And, you know, you could spread it, you know, even if my character only teaches 2 other people and then they can only teach 2 other people, you're still multiplying the number of people that know how to use this technique exponentially. We means me.
I sense you have a new task for me.
A small number of victims suggest that this Sith needs some sort of contact with his victims to control them. Hesitate to ask any more sacrifice of you. You've already done so much. But with the terminal in the temple destroyed, you are the only one capable of shielding the afflicted masters and stopping this Sith, whoever he is.
I wish my character had been able to save those holocrons or noeticons. Like, it should have been possible for her to reach out with the Force and just yoink them off the terminal. Even if the terminal was destroyed, you can rebuild the terminal, but you can't re-imprint the spirits of those Jedi Masters because they're gone now. That's what a Noeticon is, and that's what a holocron is. A holocron contains like a Force imprint of the person who made it, so it's kind of a living computer. Yeah, a lot of data was lost in those Noeticons. I really hate when games destroy ancient knowledge like that, just arbitrarily and like casually.
I will do whatever I can.
You'll need to be able to move freely around the galaxy. To that end, we've prepared a ship for you in the spaceport.
A ship, finally!
Where am I going?
The missing masters were last heard from on Taris and Nar Shaddaa. Find them, and break the Plague Master's hold on them.
Say your goodbyes to Yuan, but time is of the essence. Good luck.
Why did he jog backwards? Wow. He can move at a fair old lick when he wants to, can't he? I think it would be more interesting that you could learn optional powers from them if you chose to save them. Yeah, or at least that your character tried to save them, or was capable of saving them, you know. Why am I bothering to do that? I can just jump down. Let's say goodbye to Yuan. We'll be coming back, or at least I will, to do some of these freight skippers. Which one's that? Oh right, yes, I'm saving that because I haven't done the bonus, haven't I? That is on the fleet.
It's good to see you through my own eyes once more. What did the Council have to say?
Are you sure you don't remember anything specific about your tormentor?
I have tried, but everything is hazy. Stop him, so that I don't have to be shielded anymore, so your strength can be restored. Remember, let your instincts guide you. Keep to the Jedi Code, and may the Force be with you.
Surprised these beds don't have more functionality to them to like reshape to the needs of the people occupying them. Like, we now have bed technology for hospitals that can like let beds reshape so that they can the people in them can sit up without having to, as she did, like haul themselves up and like sit without support. Let's untrack a bunch of these. Do you know? Oh, right. Mission limit is 25. Okay. I thought that was a head on like a huge statue, but no. I don't think that it can be. Like some kind of giant bird head. No, it's a ship. These are paired, and they've got like domes, and this just happens to be in the same color scheme. Looks like a Klingon bed with a blanket, yeah. Is that a... Oops, dang it. Oh, it's a PvP mission. Okay, never mind then. I don't enjoy PvP. That's why I'm never going to be doing any of it. Even if it has story stuff. I just find it too stressful to be fighting against other people. Particularly on a team, because it just puts too much pressure on me. I've never done PvP before. I like the story stuff more. Yeah. I'm glad that there doesn't seem to be any story in the PvP. I can see the bird head though. That's funny. Good, I'm glad I'm not the only one. We need to run all the way over here. Okay. I wonder if the ship is big enough to need a crew and whether we get to crew it. It didn't seem like a ship the size of the Millennium Falcon needed much of a crew. And this probably isn't much different in size. It might have a slightly bigger interior. I assume that we'd be getting a nice music number here, but I've got the music turned off. I'm glad you can do most of it, if not all of the flashpoints by yourself. Yeah, that's good too. I haven't tried a flashpoint yet. This is sort of a hammerhead looking ship. That's quite cool. With big old guns on. Do you know if you get to repaint your ship from whatever colour scheme it is? Or does it stay as it is forever? Almost not enough space to do that, Jesus. I would have thought it would move out backwards. I think you can get Paint jobs, but not entirely sure. Okay.
My new master at last. I am C2N2, steward of this vessel. It is my extreme good fortune to serve you.
I'll be kind to droids. They're people too, basically. And make sure not to memory wipe them, because that basically kills them. It kills any personality that they develop over time.
I see you're programmed for protocol.
Diplomacy is merely my subfunction. As a Jedi, you bear considerable responsibility. I will relieve you of lesser burdens. C2 series droids represent the latest advances in everything from starship technical maintenance to nutritional advice tailored for your specific organic needs. Welcome aboard this Corellian Defender-class light corvette. It was custom-built to offer a Jedi both first-rate combat performance and meditation amenities. Along with the usual accommodations, you'll find a secure captain's locker for storing valuables. Your bridge contains an ever-updating map of the galaxy. It's quite beautiful to look at. Priority alerts from the Republic network are accessible at the HoloNet console. Long-range communications are available via the Holo terminal. And finally, the ship's intercom will inform your crew that you wish to meet. Do you have any questions, Master?
I like this droid already. Yeah, I am liking most of the droids I meet. My favourite of the companions so far is the Jedi Knight droid companion. T4, I think. T4 something. He's rather sweet and enthusiastic.
Sounds like you're good at everything. Does that include combat?
As you can see, I am not equipped for physical danger. My function is to maintain the starship as your home away from home. I am happy to assist you with any non-hazardous task, of course. I pride myself on the utmost attention to detail.
I like that one as well. Yeah, he's a great companion. I could equip you for combat.
Add a little armor, some combat protocols, and a blaster, and you just might be worth something.
Master, please. Any non-factory modification will void my warranty. Whenever you are ready to depart, consult the galaxy map on the bridge. The ship's computers will handle the rest.
Really not on board with her saying, maybe then you'd be worth something. You wouldn't say that to a person, would you? I wanted her to be, like, kind of teasing about it. But no, she seemed to see that seriously. That's kind of unpleasant. Diplomacy raise activate, yeah. I assume that I can unlock stuff to fill this place with. Okay, I can't think of anything that I want to put in there, so I'll just leave it. Meeting room. This place has definitely got more space in it than the Millennium Falcon has. I wonder if we've got airlocks that I can vent people into space on or through. Meditation room. It's nicely lit. Be nice if it were, or nicer if it weren't like bare metal for most of it, but that's probably quite expensive. That's kind of a weird pillow, isn't it? Curving up at the sides. It's like a it's on a stand or like a pair of legs. It's a weird kind of stand thingy. That's not soft, is it? No, thank you. That's not my kind of not my kind of pillow. I haven't done much of the ship customization, so I don't know exactly what you can do. Fair enough. I can take a chair. Nice. Not really, like, usefully close to the consoles, but I realised that they probably had to leave space for your character to be able to navigate in front of it comfortably. Corellia. Oh, so this indicates a planet. The black hole. Alderaan. Oh, Alderaan's quite close to Corellia. There's Ord Mantell. Oh, Yavin 4's over there. Levels 55 to 57. Probably not a good idea to visit. And this would be an even worse idea to visit. Ilum. Ice planet. I think Ilum is one of the places you can get kyber crystals. Yes, there we go. These caves produce some of the most rare and powerful lightsaber crystals in the galaxy. Level 50. Not a good idea to go to just at the moment. Ilum hosts no indigenous population, although a number of larger animals survive in its environment. Its temperatures fail to reach the extremes of Hoth, but it has never been a target for colonization or occupation.
Master Jedi, honored. Flight Commander Jordan, Republic Navy. Afraid there's bad news from open space. The Imperial Armada is attacking Republic assets in secret, goading us into violating the Treaty of Coruscant.
One false move on our part and the Republic will be blamed for igniting war.
Yes, Master Jedi, but we'll never let them succeed. Fleet Admiral Newman has authorized the formation of the Coruscant Aegis, an elite attack squadron meant to break the Imperial offensive swiftly and quietly. If you're interested, I'd say you're more than qualified to join the squadron.
He pronounced it Aegis, but I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be Aegis, with a soft G instead of a hard. I deserve to be in charge.
I would be honored to fly with the Coruscant Aegis.
Oh, she's
Excellent,
pronounced it
Master
Aegis.
Jedi. Every pilot needs a call sign. I think Guardian suits you best. Every member of the Coruscant Aegis will strike independently across the galaxy. I'll upload your mission data to your ship. Silence the Imperial threat and guard the Republic well.
Yeah, there we go. He's pronouncing it Aegis, whereas our character pronounces it Aegis. Wonder what this is. Fondor Escort. An urgent distress signal has been detected in the Fondor system. Republic soldiers and colonists kidnapped by the Empire have escaped confinement and taken flight in a shuttle. All available vessels are requested to defend the escapees and ensure that some proof of the Empire's aggression is preserved. Escort the shuttle to safety. Let's find out what ship combat is like. Assuming that this involves ship combat. It does! Haha! Oh, do we not get to go back? Come on, let me turn back. I'm really not fond of not being in control of my ship. I mean, it's good that it's got some amount of ship combat, but like, let me control my ship, please. Right-clicking is missiles, and you can target a bunch of targets for them if you hold down right-click. And that's how I was marking out big areas on the hulls of the ships. I'd known about that earlier, so I could try and take out the gun batteries on the Imperial ships. So this wouldn't have taken quite so much damage. Maybe there are different dialects of basic, like English. Yeah, maybe. Or it may just be... Well, so... The Doyleist explanation, the out-of-universe explanation, is that the voice actor just mispronounced it. Or that's his habit of pronouncing it is with a hard G. But the in-universe explanation, the Watsonian explanation, is that... yeah, there's probably different dialects. I don't know how PvP matches are. I agree with you. I really would like to just control the ship rather than have it on rails shooting. Yeah. I really enjoyed a series of, well, a pair of older games called Conflict Free Space.
Welcome back, Master. Your vessel is in flawless condition naturally.
I think it had a different name when it was released. Oh, there's 2 floors on the ship. Nice. In the US, I think it was only Conflict Free Space in the UK, but it was a really good ship combat simulator. And I guess maybe that spoiled me on ship combat, but like, it'd be really nice to be able to control my ship and like direct it instead of having it on rails. But it's impressive that they had it in at all, really. I wonder where this goes. Is it an airlock? Does it go out and down? Because that's an airlock. I wonder if we could just keep picking up Republic Fleet missions. Ah, we can select a bunch. I've never heard of those before. Okay, do I know if it's on Good Old Games? I don't, I'm afraid. If you look up conflict-free space on Wikipedia, you'll find out what the American release name was. It might be on Good Old Games under conflict-free space. Or it might be like under its American release name but tagged with conflict-free space. Free space is one word, by the way. It was released... The first one, Conflict Free Space, The Great War, was released in 98, so it's quite old. Oh, Descent Free Space. The Great War, known as Conflict Free Space, The Great War in Europe. So it's called Descent in America. Okay, I'll check it out. I'm always on the look, always looking for space games to play. Yeah, it's got a strong. Oh, well, I enjoyed the story. I felt like it was a fairly strong story. I don't know how other people review it, but like, it's a 7 out of 10 on Steam, 4.5 out of 5 on Amazon. 93% of users liked this game, of Google users. It's very, very highly reviewed and well remembered, and it's certainly, last time I read anything about it, it was noted that it had a strong player community even into like the 2010s, making new content for Free Space 1 and for 2, and I don't remember whether there was a 3. But, yeah, my recollection is that Free Space or Descent, the series, is remembered very, very well as like a high point for space conflict sims. There are, of course, like X-Wing, I think Rogue Squadron, like a bunch of X-Wing games set in the Star Wars universe.
Calling Coruscant Spaceport Authority. Am I clear to depart?
We've cleared the board for you, Master Jedi. Good flying.
I'm glad that I'm allowed to depart because I already have. Like, I already went over here and did a mission and then came back to Coruscant. Was that it? Travel to Taris, travel to Nar Shaddaa. No, that doesn't do anything. Okay. There's a mission over here. Marked on the map. Oh, it's Kaizen. Okay, he's downstairs.
Master, you'll be pleased to know I added extra padding to all the seat cushions aboard this vessel. I hope you find them comfortable.
Oh, thank you. That's very considerate of him. Cool, I'm open to games of all ages, meaning time, eras. Right, yes, I thought that's what you meant. So, there are cutscenes in conflict-free space, and they do not really look very good anymore, but they are pretty short, and you don't really need to be looking at them for too long. You don't need to be terribly invested in them. They just explain little bits of the game. Most of it is told through mission briefings and like radio chatter when you're actually in missions. Why not get your own ship? Ships are really expensive.
It's shameful such a thing happens in the Republic. She never told me how you first ran across each other.
On your ship you will also have conversations with your companions. Cool. I think I could go to my stronghold and have a private conversation with him, but I guess that this place also counts as a private space that I can have conversations with him in, because I have noticed that once or twice Kaizen has been like, Kaizen would like to have a private conversation with you, or a conversation in private, or whatever the wording was, but more conversations will lead to their interests and what they are wanting, so you can send them to do what they want to gain influence with them. Oh, cool. Okay. Will lead to their interests. That's the wrong there. It needs an I in it for people. THERE is a place, like here is a place. If it's got an I in it and it means a person. Taris was once a city world like Coruscant. 3 centuries ago, however, it was bombarded by the Sith Lord Dark Malak and left a toxic ruin. The years since have not been kind to Taris, as vegetation and animal life struggle to gain a foothold in the shattered skeleton of a planetary metropolis. So this would be kind of a post-apocalyptic looking world. Interesting. The Republic began to recolonize Taris less than a decade ago, and has suffered innumerable setbacks, everything from pirate attacks to the strange Rakghoul plague. Nonetheless, the reconstruction efforts continue. The reconstruction effort continues. I suppose either way would be fine grammatically. Its proponents determined to prove that the Empire can never truly destroy greatness. Yeah. The Empire cannot create greatness, so it must destroy it because it's jealous. Or envious. No worries. I only pointed it out because you said you wanted to learn to do grammar better. Otherwise, I would have just left it, because you're understandable. You're capable of communicating your intention, and that's the basic level necessary for language. And like misspellings, misuses of words do make my eye twitch a little bit, but it's not really something that I call people up on unless I feel compelled to. But you specifically have said that you want to improve, so that's why I mentioned it. This game has a lot of lore in the codex if you're ever interested in just reading some lore. I don't know how much other people will want me to spend time reading lore entries aloud and interacting with just a screen like this and just like talking. I don't know whether that's interesting viewing. The so-called Smuggler's Moon is best known for one thing. Anything can be bought here if the price is right. Nar Shaddaa orbits Hutta, homeworld of the Hutt cartel, but exists as a power in its own right. Criminal organizations and legitimate enterprises operate side by side, regulated only by the Hutt's whims. Gleaming skyscrapers house corporations, casinos, technology shops, spice houses, and every other type of business imaginable. I think spice in Star Wars specifically is a drug, like a narcotic. I mean, spice is also a drug in Dune, but it has more uses than just getting you high. Although no other world offers Nar Shaddaa's unique services, the city has a notorious murder and disappearance rate. Gangsters, pirates, slavers, and worse crowd the streets, and Republic and Imperial representatives compete for influence with the local powers. Strangers should be extremely cautious. I feel like going to Taris. It's also cheaper and a lower level, so we're obviously supposed to come here first. Ooh. Nice. They play you an animation.
Good to hear from you. The Council has sensed your arrival on Taris. An intriguing world.
I meant offline in your own time. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I didn't think that watching me read would be an attraction. For all that people watching this are mostly here for my approach to the game. I don't think that includes. I don't think that's likely to include. Reading the lore.
This planet wasn't part of my studies at the temple.
Centuries ago, Taris was like Coruscant, a vibrant city world. Then, a powerful Sith Lord destroyed the cities of Taris in a single day. They became dark, polluted swamplands. But the Republic has been restoring them, with the help of Master Sin Tychon. Master Tychon is an expert in this wilderness. We had received regular reports from him, but he has fallen silent.
You think Master Tychon suffers from the same illness as Master Yuan Par?
We fear so, yes. Master Tychon was working closely with his Padawan, Eris Verano, and also a captain in the Republic Expeditionary Forces, Captain Nelix. Eris and Captain Nelix are at the Republic base. They should be able to help find Master Tychon.
Nelix is an E away from Neelix, which was a character in Star Trek Voyager, and a contentious character, as memory serves, amongst fans.
We will see what can be done for Master Tychon.
If Master Tychon is ill, shield him if possible, and try to learn more about this Plague Master. We will be waiting on your word. Good luck.
I expect that this will be progressing the story, as in, like, yes, this is the place that we need to be to do, like, this is the place that we'll find another victim of the plague. But I kind of would like it if our character is just here to re-find this master, and he doesn't turn out to have the plague, and we just help fix a thing that was broken. What about Tuvix and how Janeway murdered him? I never actually watched that episode, so I'm only aware of this in from memes. But yeah, like, my understanding is Tuvok and Neelix got merged in a transporter accident, and Tuvix, the being that was a blend of the two of them, was his own person. He was definitely his own species, being half Vulcan and half whatever Neelix is. And it would have been possible, with the way that transporter technology is shown to work, to recreate Tuvok and Neelix separately from Tuvix, so you'd have all three of them. But I mean, the reason that they didn't keep Tuvix is probably weighted about 99% on the side of the production rather than in-universe reasons, like out-of-universe reasons, so that they didn't have to have a whole other set of makeup for the actor to get into and have to come up with storylines for him and all of that. Yes, he was a new entity. Well, we're nearly at the end of the stream today, so we're only going to get to see a little bit of this world. Taris. I wonder if it'll be as big as Coruscant. I hope so. That'd be great. They're all standing very neatly, aren't they? Is it just me, or have they got a lot of chest? Are they female? That seems like a lot of bulk on the front. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not female. Oh well, never mind. Yes, I agree, it was just another reason that people hated Janeway. Yeah, Janeway was not popular. And I think that a large amount of that... Well, I mean, I don't know. I never watched enough of the show to get a feel for the characters properly. I know that Kate something or other, I think her name is Kate, the actress who played Janeway, is not terribly well liked. She's kind of a contentious person. She's got her own issues, and I don't know how much of that is plays into
Welcome to Taris. I'm Governor Suresh. On behalf of the Galactic Republic, I want to thank you for joining us in this historic project. For your safety, please do not travel beyond the military-secured safe zone outside the settlement. This world and our work here will shine as a beacon of hope to all of the Republic. But first, we have many obstacles to overcome. Together, we stand taller than any obstacle. Let's get to work. Together.
Comrade. Yeah, I don't know how much of Janeway's people's hatred of Janeway is from the way that she was written, and how much is from the actress's interaction with fans. Maybe some are female. The actress was great. The character writing was bad. Okay. She was fine as an actress in the show. I don't know about her as a person. Okay. So it seems like the main issue was that people didn't like the way that she was written to be. The actress performed the character well for what she was given, but what she was given seems to have been quite bad. Oh hey, exploration mission. There was definitely the main reason that I never watched much of Voyager is because I didn't enjoy it. I didn't think it was very good. Sorry to all the people out there who come across this and who are diehard fans of Voyager. We'll just have to agree to disagree. I didn't enjoy Voyager. I didn't think it was very good, and it doesn't surprise me, therefore, that Janeway. It's the opinion of another person more familiar with Voyager that Janeway was badly written.
Hold a moment, please. Strom.
Scanning. Confirmed. It's her, all right.
Welcome to Taris, Master Jedi. Apologies for the delay, but Governor Suresh requests your help with some security issues on the reconstruction project.
I'm glad that they actually checked instead of just going, this person's in robes. They must be a Jedi. Master Jedi, please stop and help us with this random thing. I don't know. IDK like Voy either. Did not like. No worries. I understood what you meant. You didn't like Voyager either.
You wouldn't need a Jedi's assistance for a simple security matter.
I wouldn't call this one simple.
Taris is substantially more hazardous than initial reports had suggested. The specifics aren't common knowledge off-world, but
We're trying to rebuild a planet covered with toxic junk and diseased carnivorous monsters. And it ain't working.
What a flat look he gave him.
Plans to alleviate some of these issues, but they require highly skilled individuals to carry out. Individuals like you.
How does the governor plan on dealing with this exactly?
She'll be happy to discuss the details with you in person. I'll let her know you'll be stopping by.
Just hear her out. You can make a huge difference here.
Oh, good.
Thank you for your time.
So we'll get more information on this quest when we go and talk to this governor. I was worried, we're almost at the end of the stream, and I was worried that I was picking up a quest that we'd have the explanation for at the end of a stream, and then there'd be a big break, 2 days worth of break, before we get to the quest, so that there'd be a disconnect between the getting the information and actually going and doing the task. So it seems like nice. That's what I was hoping it would look like. Taris, good hunt grounds, worthy challenges for us. So it's good that we'll get more information from another character shortly. And I can pick up that information next time. Rather than having it be something I'd need to recap. Ooh, nice. She sent us some money. Master, you on par. Recovering well, my dear student. My mind grows clearer by the day. CO told me about your deeds on Coruscant. This shielding technique came at a great cost to you and the Noeticons. It is a precious gift, but so is your life. Be careful not to overstress yourself. I write because I gathered a number of materials to assist your training on Tython. My illness and your unique circumstances meant that they went unused. I send them now in the hopes that they will be of use to you or Kaizen. Remember, completing the trials marks a waypoint on your journey as a Jedi, not the end. You must rest. Please be safe. My thoughts go with you both. Nice. Okay. Well, oh jeez, what's the name of the place again? Taris. This is Taris. We'll explore it some more later. Seems like there's a bunch of world. Maybe about the same amount of same amount as Tython. But we'll get to that next time. And for now, that's it. End of stream. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm glad that you were here. And I hope to see you next time. Or at least again. I'll be back on Monday at about 8 PM GMT. Maybe a bit later. Probably later. It's ending up being later than that. But my goal in general is to be on at 8 for 3 hours. Be more of this, and between now and then you can find more of this on my YouTube, Vanilla Jester Gaming. You can catch up with the stuff that I have done before, and I'll be putting this up tomorrow. You can also find me on Twitter at Vanilla Jester. I tweet before I go live, or to let people know that there won't be a stream if I'm not feeling well. And if you want to talk to me between streams, then you can find me there. I am also on Discord, although I haven't found and joined the Star Wars Old Republic Discord server just yet. I've kind of been thinking about doing it, but it's not a priority. Assuming there is one. I mean, I assume that there is one, but I don't know for sure. Anyway. Yes. I hope you've enjoyed. And I hope to see you next time, or at least again. And until I see you again, I hope you have a good time, I hope you have a good weekend, and goodbye.